So this is the first time that you and I have commentated together, Jack. They've kept us apart.
They have. I've really mainly commentated with Moods for some reason. I don't know what that's all about.
It's because you're friends.
I mean, we are. Doesn't Moods pick who's commentating? I think there's
we usually ask him beforehand, and he's like,
I think there's some bias there.
Jack.
I think there's
a
little bit of bias. He wanted me to commentate twice today, too. I think he wanted me to commentate with him today, too. Again.
That's true.
So, I don't know what's happening here. They're preparing...
I think you are. I think you're actually commentating the last match, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I requested not to, because I don't like commentating twice. For some reason.
That's fair.
I just don't like it. I feel burnt out after a second time.
They've started, so we should probably get into, like, spectator mode.
Moods is playing Warlock. Well, Nerd is going into Druid.
Your soul shall be mine.
Nature? Savage, probably? I don't know. I didn't see it. Let me bring that up, actually.
I'm gonna guess Ramp, because that's kind of what he's brought every other time.
But does it have Savage? That's the question.
Probably.
It doesn't. Interesting.
I greet you.
No Savage, okay.
No, for Savage, it looks more Ramp. He does have a Maloran and Ragnaros in here. And 2 Spectral Knights. It looks like, next round it's Ramp. An old one. Well, Moods is bringing Dreadsteed, Twisting Nether, Control? Warlock?
I guess it could be. I've always wanted to. I will be very interested to see how he does, because I've wanted to build Dreadsteed.
I mean, it's a gimmick. It kind of works sometimes, but doesn't work most of the time. It's about like 50-50, maybe, depending on the matchup and stuff.
We're gonna see a turn 5 Rag.
Turn 5 Rag coming out here. I mean, this is all of his. That's the only play he could have made. There.
Yeah, it's decidedly the best and only interesting one anyway.
I mean, yeah, it's the only interesting one. You got it right there.
Yeah. What Moon has to do though is he has to try to find. He's got to dig for Keeper, because the enemy Dreadsteed is silenced, and if he silences a Dreadsteed before Baron Rivendare comes out,
oh yeah,
he shuts the whole thing off.
Dreadsteed just trading, doing its thing.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He decided to trade into the Shade, which is just going to gain that damage back anyway.
But his thought process was to keep it at, because it's going to go to 4 next turn. It would have gone to 5 the other turn, so he's planning on killing that next turn. If Rag didn't hit it.
Yeah, if Rag didn't do that.
Oh, Wilfred.
We got Fizzlebang.
Fizzlebang, very interesting card.
That's probably the favorite thing I could have ever said on camera. Fizzlebang is so fun to say.
The Fizzlebang.
The Fizzlebang.
It's doing 1 damage. What equates to 1 damage to this shit.
Yeah. But it's progression.
Yeah,
and that's something.
He just inches towards it, and eventually he'll kill it. He will kill it next turn. Maybe.
Yeah.
If everything goes correctly. Dreadseeds are actually an interesting counter to Rag.
Well played.
Yeah, because they just absorb shots unless Rag decides that
Rad's
face is the place.
This is definitely SuperNerd's Rag.
Yeah.
This Rag fits him perfectly.
He EV trained it specifically to go face all the time.
It's like an amiibo. He trained it every time just to hit face.
Yep.
Swipe gonna increase the chances of hitting face, and hopefully, or at least what SuperNerd is hoping to go face here.
Yep.
Nope.
So there's the Dreadsteed. That's why I think you have to find the Keeper, because Dreadsteed is going to heal. Yeah. He's going to heal another 13 this turn if he plays that. Sack tag.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge. Trades first, so he gets the attack in, because he wouldn't get the attack if he's backpacked. Wow, that is. Oh god. This is such a weird deck. it's so interesting because there's no, or from what, or, other than like the few combos, there's not much of like a win condition. Where Ramp has like a million win conditions on like Rag and things like that. It's really interesting. But
I mean the win condition is that you always have board presence. At worst, you're doing 2 damage a turn to something.
Yeah. Oh, Twisting Nether coming out here. Gaining Moods back to control. SuperNerd having an empty hand. Only having an Azure Drake, gonna draw him another card. And it's
I
gonna
had to
give him
bounce back into spectating because I'm missing all of the things you're saying.
Oh, Shapeshift coming out here. He's probably gonna power the wild here to get the 3-2. I would. I think that's a slight misplay. I guess he does want the 1-1 charge. Eventually, I just think getting the 3-2 out means that Moods has to deal with more. And then board presence is really what SuperNerd should be looking for here. Void Terror, become a 5-5. Classic combos. Moods is making this comeback.
3-5-5.
Oh yeah, the free 5-5. Plus the 2-2. Or the 2-1-1 Dread Seats. Moods is making a comeback here. He's got free board control. Wrath coming out.
Yeah, with the hand that Nerd has, I don't know what you... I don't really know what you can do. He opts to add the 1-1
instead of 3-2, which is I guess it's he still trades the Dread Seeds for free into it, so I think that was again like a slight misplay. The 3-2 would have done more in that situation.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sense Stevens coming out here. Mal'Ganis, of course,
Yep,
and Worthless Imps.
Worthless Imp. So you play Worthless Imp because it's worthless. Why not? I think you drop Fizzlebang here if
No, I
nothing
think
else
you,
for style.
I mean, you Void Caller, because that thing is probably become a Mal'Ganis if he deals with it. Maloran here, not what he's looking for. But it does...
I mean, Void Caller has to become Mal'Ganis.
Yeah, it has to. It's literally the only thing it can become from now on. Because the Worthless Imp. Earthen Ring Farseer is what Moods is going to be looking for here, other than lethal right now. Looks like it. No, it's not, naturally. Now that it did the math in my head.
Now that math has happened.
Dread
Well,
Seeds are going to be
Worthless Imp
huge.
wasn't all that worthless at 3-3.
It wasn't. It was a pretty good imp. Do you withle these? Okay.
I mean, your opponent has no board and no hand.
Yeah. So
At this point, anything Moods is doing is purely for style, although the Ancient of War is a good draw.
yeah, I mean, Ramp does have quite a bit of taunts and a lot of things to stall the game out. I think that he should have saved Fizzlebang there, just to save things. But Moods does, because this is a combo deck, he does have a lot of win conditions. Like this Power Overwhelming. I'm gonna push this Ancient War out. Trading, putting out in the Dread Seeds so they stay alive, blah blah blah.
Yep.
So
And that's the game.
Yeah, that's the game. Game 1 goes to Moods, with a very interesting deck. Personally, I wouldn't have expected that to happen, but I don't know. Dan felt like he lost all tempo when he put that Rag down, because his hand. But
Yeah, it was a lot of expense for that. I mean, and as you mentioned, Dreadseed is kind of a perfect counter to Rag because Dreadseed absorbed one of those shots that if it had gone face, he would have had.
But I mean, did it hit Dreadseed ever? I don't remember.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it did. But every other
when
time
it would have been lethal.
Oh, okay. Every other time it hit face though, which was kind of upsetting for Moods. But he still brought that back. It was really interesting that SuperNerd almost had perfect RNG for most of that game, and it.
Yeah. And the moment that he needed it, he got Dreadseeded. Like that was the Is the end result. So I think this is, if I had to guess, this is probably.
I know what this deck is.
Oh, this is Dan's Beast mid range.
No, this is not Beast for mid range. This is his random. This is his random lock and load deck, where he has all of his cards in his deck have random, other than like 3, which are like tracking, ball spiders. He doesn't have way too much, and like ball spiders is to get like kill command and stuff like that.
Okay.
I believe. He was talking to me about this before, and I don't know what to think about it other than I don't know what its win condition is other than to get board control and do things. I guess.
Chuck and pray.
I guess. I don't know. But Moods is playing. What I heard from him, I think he said mid-range shaman. Not sure about that. It's definitely not the mid-range shaman deck list that we know of right now, or like the common one, because Sludge Belchers and things like that.
Yeah, this is plus he has Neptulon and Alakir.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if there's a Mist Caller in that deck somewhere.
Maybe. I don't know. Where is this? Do we have the deck list yet?
You know what? I did just get a notification from Facebook that Nick sent a photo.
Yeah, he did.
So
yeah, he got me the decks. Or at least one of them. He got me one of them.
Yep.
And this is the
or
one that we
I
need.
have this one.
Doomhammer looks more control than anything.
Yeah.
Control / old mid-range, I guess. Excluding the totem golem and things like that. He does have like the... Oh wait, it's Tartscar Totemic. He also has Piloted Tremor, which is just an all-around good card, Anti-Killbot, and 2 Sludge Belchers, which is very interesting. I don't know. It's pretty... It's not standard, but it's pretty balanced. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like there's a... It seems like one thing Mood seems to value is protection against aggro, because he had 2 Sludge Belchers in his last one as well.
I think he just values Sludge Belcher really highly, which makes sense. It's a very good card.
Oh, and we see the Totem Golem off the Totemic.
Yeah, that hurts for SuperNerd.
It does.
Be
good.
Oh,
It's
wow.
a good pull from.
Pretty good pull. Not gonna lie. SuperNerd was talking to me earlier, and he said he wasn't really taking this match seriously. With bringing cards like or decks like this. Yeah, that's perfect web spinner pull. Traded perfectly. Why not?
Yep.
Why not? I think you... Alakir. No, you don't Alakir. No, you Alakir for damage. Why not?
I think you... Yeah, Alakir, kill the Ram Wrangler, and then face.
Yep. I think that's the play. Or you can just face. Why not?
You can also just Shredder Totem Golem hero power.
I was thinking that, but I feel like you're expending a lot. And if SuperNerd gets any control, which based on his deck he can get control, pretty easily. Not based off his hand, but based off his deck. Randomly, yes. I feel like Moods would be expending a lot on that turn. Especially since he doesn't have way too many minions, or like many big minions in his hand.
Yeah, I feel like Hunter, he can get control, but Hunter doesn't have, like, board clear?
Yeah.
To that sort of level?
I get what you're saying. And that's partly why, like, Control Hunter doesn't really work, because they don't have way too many cards that just get control.
Yeah.
Like Consecration with Equality or stuff like that, Flame Strike, things like that. Just AoE board clears. Like, they don't have way too much. Crackle.
And our guest commentator has returned. He went and crawled around the house, and now he's back. Just in time to see Nerd
lose.
Nerd get crackled.
Yeah. Crackle. Yeah, I mean, Moods just being up 2-1 or 2-0. Yeah, that's numbers. Yeah, Moods just kind of taking this dominantly. These other than the first match, it hasn't really been close, and the first match didn't really end close at all.
No.
This is Moods' Tempo Mage though. Let's look at the deck list. Where's this? Okay. If I load, seems pretty standard. Some of the optional cards like Effigy are being run in this one. Polymorph also being ran. Pretty standard. Does have Malagos though, which is interesting.
Malagos and a heal bot.
Healbot gets run every once in a while.
Every once in
a while. It's one of those optional cards. Malagos is really interesting though.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's for the Ronin combo.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Ronin, Malagos, but he doesn't really. Other than that, he doesn't have way too much. Other than like Frostbolt, 2 arcane missiles, and 2 fireballs.
Yeah, he kind of has your standard mage spells.
Yeah,
you know, your fireball, your frostbolt, your arcane missiles. That's kind of easy.
Yeah. He doesn't have. He has a lot to. Activate Flame Worker. I almost said that, but he does have a lot of secrets, like 3 secrets, 4 secrets. I believe
4 secrets.
4?
When I played it, oh yeah, because he's got
duplicate.
Oh no, 3. 1 duplicate, 1 effigy, one entity.
Yeah, which means that he's got like 10 spells in his deck.
No.
Yeah, or no, that's 12. I can't math. Which is.
I mean, Ronin makes 15.
Oh yeah, Ronin makes 15. Yeah, that's huge. So, I mean, this is pretty standard. Other than that, Malagos. But going into this, Hunter deck, this is definitely not a routine matchup to fight against.
Well, nothing's routine when every card makes things just kind of fly randomly around the board.
I assume
we see. I mean, that's what happens when you have the RNG versus the not. Although RNG goes Nerd's way once,
and he just goes face. There we go. Perfect.
He goes face once, but then he gets rid of the Waker.
Yeah.
I think what I would have done is I actually would have played this Deadly Shot. I would have played this turn 3 when the Waker dropped.
Probably yeah. I probably would have played that too. It's pretty good there.
Yeah.
Because that Flamewaker, like, it put in a lot of work. It's also always going to put a lot of work. Because Tempo Mage is... Part of what makes Tempo Mage really good is its ability just to throw out damage all the time. Not going to be lethal this turn. Going to be pretty close. Leave SuperNerd at 2 health. Ball of spiders. Yo, I'm scared. There's a lot of spiders.
I mean, if it wasn't for the first apartment we had after we got married, where the basement was ball of spiders, I might be more scared. But Moods wins that one.
Yep, 3-0.
We didn't do a whole lot of commentating, but there wasn't a whole lot of commentating to do.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess
that what's it called? The Hunter deck wasn't very strategic.